Welcome to my channel. This is Egypt Solar Child, and today I'm gonna be doing a reading for the Mercury retrograde time. So we've got 3 groups as usual, 3 crystals, and that's a snowflake obsidian. Alright, so I want you to pause the video. I want you to meditate on each pile, to choose a crystal, to the group that you get drawn to, that is the group that is for you. I have already pre-shuffled every single group. These are the decks that I've used. And yeah, let's get started. So if you've chosen group 1, this obsidian, snowflake crystal, this is your reading. The Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords talks about being torn, right? Being split up into 2 different directions, having 2 equally strong pulls reach out from behind you and not knowing really which way to go. So it actually feels like this Mercury retrograde, instead of being stuck and not knowing which way to go, you're gonna be finally finding a way out of a situation that you felt you've been torn in between, and you're gonna be finally able to make a good decision. Let's look at the rest of the cards first. The Nine of Cups, also in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Lovers in reverse. Okay, group 1. Alright, group 1, so it seems like with this Two of Swords here that you've been between 2 different directions for a while, but with this Mercury retrograde starting, you're finally coming to terms with a decision that you're making, and you're gonna be moving forward soon. This decision tends to be, or looks like it is, in regards to something concerning a past connection. I can see that with the 2 nines that appeared here, the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups usually talks about someone who is high of drinking so much out of so many cups. Like, this is a very joyful, happy card, and this person is just very blissful. So it seems like you haven't felt this blissful in a very long while now, because this card is in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Usually upright, this card shows someone who is very independent and is well established, is running after their dreams, climbing the ladder and making them become a reality. Someone who is very well off, who has worked and put a lot of effort into their work in order to get to where they are. And having this card in reverse, especially next to this Nine of Cups here that is also in reverse, shows me that you haven't been focusing on yourself and on your own happiness in a very long while now. There's something that made you stay stuck in exactly the same position that you've been in for a while. This Mercury retrograde wants you to break the cycle, to start moving forward, to get out of this standstill. They want you to be putting your happiness back on track. With this Lover's card in reverse, I feel like you have been putting your happiness off and watching your life go by without really noticing it, because you've been so fixated on a past connection that has ended. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse means that you don't want to be independent. Or let me phrase it differently. It's not that you don't want to be independent, it's just that you don't want to be alone. And sometimes when someone is too independent, they tend to not find or be able to go back to being connected and committed to somebody else. And it feels here that you want to give up your independence or your status of you don't want to be focusing on yourself too much anymore, and you really want to get back into a love relationship. This Lover's card in reverse, it feels like, because Mercury retrograde usually means that exes might be coming back, and having the Lover's card in reverse here shows that this might be the case, that a past connection might be revisiting you. So let's see what else we've got. Forgiveness and Grand Trine, blessings, and then fruition. Okay, so with this forgiveness card, it feels like you are being asked to forgive yourself in regards to things that happened in the past. You are being asked to let go of negative thoughts and mindsets. You are being asked to replenish and to rejuvenate, because once you make peace with your past, the present is eventually all gonna fall into place. So if you forgive yourself for past situations, if you forgive yourself and others for how they treated you in the past, especially with this Lover's card in reverse here, you might be carrying some baggage, some emotional baggage in regards to a situation. So if you just manage to forgive and release all this pent-up emotional baggage that you've been carrying for so long, and that is making you feel stuck here and not really being able to enjoy life anymore like you used to, maybe then blessings are gonna head your way. Blessings are gonna be knocking on your door with this Grand Trine card. And it's being confirmed as well with this fruition card from the moon deck, the harvest moon. Fruition and blessings. Basically meaning that if you release your past, your future is gonna be bountiful. It's gonna flourish. And as your personal power, that's pretty. I am fearless. This is the Aries archetype energy. This is from your personal power deck by Deja Druid. I love this deck so much. And this basically shows me this card, this Aries card here, gives me the same energy of like this Nine of Pentacles card, but upright instead of in reverse. Because the Nine of Pentacles, as we've said, is about independence, working hard on your own, and establishing wealth and success for yourself, right? This Aries energy is not any different. Aries is the starter. Aries is the initiator. And they go out into the world and they fight off things that get in their way until they accomplish what they were running after. So having this card in reverse and this card turn out to be upright for you, it gives me the feeling that in this Mercury retrograde period, you need to reverse this card again. This Nine of Pentacles, you need to be bringing it to its upright position. To put the focus back on you and to enjoy where you are in life and where you're headed and what you are accomplishing along the way. Don't sulk over what you don't have anymore. Don't sulk over what you're missing on. Because really you're not missing on anything. Everybody is at exactly the same place and time that they are intended to be at. We are not running a race with other people. Everybody is exactly where they are supposed to be. So yeah, if your ex comes back, if a past connection comes back, I'm not really feeling from this reading that you should that you should open the door for them. It feels like either you are hung up on them or they are hung up on you. But either way, it's emotional baggage that you need to rid yourself of in order for you to receive new blessings and lots of bountiful fruit. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And until the next reading, bye! Alright, so if you chose this amethyst, this is your reading. Six of Swords in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Temperance in reverse. Alright, these are your tarot cards. With the Six of Swords in reverse, the Six of Swords usually indicates somebody who is wanting to move away from a certain situation or past connection in order to seek a new start somewhere else in calmer waters. So having this card in reverse shows me that you've been tired, that you've been defeated, that you've been betrayed perhaps, and now you want to take a new start somewhere else and head in a new direction somewhere else to start anew, to start your healing process from whatever fight that you were involved in. So this Mercury retrograde is bringing you healing from a past situation that you felt defeated with. The Moon card in reverse. The Moon usually symbolizes things that are hidden beyond the surface, illusions. Nothing is as it seems to be. So in reverse, it shows that things are gonna be discovered really soon. It feels like I'm not sure why I'm getting this message, but you might be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, because I'm seeing a lot of water here in your tarot cards. The healing in the Six of Swords, sailing in the water, and then this Moon card with the Scorpio symbol, with the Scorpio icon, and then the little lake here. And then this Temperance card with the water from one cup to the other. So you might be a water sign, or you might have a water sign in your big three. You might be a water dominant person, but one thing is for sure, you will be uncovering secrets or things that were hidden from your eyes this Mercury retrograde. Things that you were delusional about, things that you didn't want to see, but were directly in front of you, but that just had a mask or a hidden facade. Or perhaps you were this facade or mask that hindered you from really seeing what was right in front of you. So you're gonna be dealing with a situation that was deceiving. You're gonna be uncovering it. It feels like this situation concerns something that you've left behind in the past. You're gonna be revisiting this Mercury retrograde, and then when you will revisit it, you're gonna uncover new things, new facts about it. Perhaps you get a new information from here or from there, from a friend, from a family member about someone or something, and then things will seem clear. Things will seem like, oh, alright, so this is what happened, and this is why I got to this place in the first place. So you're gonna gain more clarity this Mercury retrograde. With this Temperance in reverse, it shows that the situation was unbalanced, and actually it needed to end. Like, it's good that you actually decided to leave it and to head towards somewhere else, because Temperance is reversed. Temperance is about balance, about moderation, taking things in moderation. So in reverse, it shows that there was a very big imbalance about the situation, that it took from you, it took from your energy, because imbalance usually indicates that something is getting to be toxic, since it's becoming out of balance. Let me look at the rest of the cards though. Timeout in reverse. And Virgo archetype. Chiron, healing, again. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got the timeout card directly under the Six of Swords in reverse, which shows me that you've been forced to take a timeout from the situation for a very long time. You haven't been thinking about it in a very long while, but now it's being reopened. Your attention is being drawn out to this situation again. And with this Virgo and Chiron cards from the astrology deck, Virgo is the archetype of practical matters, of building a daily routine, of working in a schedule, of structure, of focusing on the tiny details so you could break them down, break them apart, and then analyze them. This is Virgo energy. So with this Virgo card, you're being asked to dissect, to take apart the situation that you're being asked to revisit, to really understand how you got betrayed or how you got defeated, how it fell apart. You're being asked to revisit it so you can heal from it. If you understand exactly what happened to you or how things turned out the way they turned out at the end, you're gonna feel peace, you're gonna feel serene. And this is being confirmed again with this Chiron healing card. Chiron is about the wounded healer. This asteroid is really asking you to look at your wounds and understanding them so you can actually heal from them. So yeah, in this Mercury retrograde, you're being asked to heal from a past situation. And then with these last two cards here, we've got the Void, the Dark Moon, the first card of the Moon Oracle deck, come out for you. And this Void card, it tells me, by the end of this retrograde, by the end of having completely dissected the situation and uncovered what was hidden beyond the surface, why you had to leave it behind, why you had to take such a long time out from it, emotionally speaking, what was out of balance. By the time you've done all of this work and all of this healing, you're gonna be given a new start. You're gonna be heading towards the unknown and reopening a completely new chapter in your life. This is really beautiful energy because it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. Anything can happen, anything is possible. And with this new beginning card, you've got the Taurus card here with the affirmation, I am abundant. This is your superpower. This is your personal power, this Mercury retrograde. You are abundant. You are prosperous. You can manifest anything that you want for yourself. If it's a relationship that you've lost, you can manifest 3 times so many relationships, if this is really what you crave. If it's a job that you've lost, then you can gain this job back or gain back a better job for yourself. You just have to use your manifestation powers and heal and release all of this energy here so you can actually have this new start. So I hope this reading resonated for you. I'm very glad that you joined me today, and yeah, until the next time, right? Thank you for watching and bye! Welcome group number 3. If you've chosen this crystal, then this is your reading. 10 of Swords in reverse. What a great start, you guys. No, I'm not kidding. The Magician, I love this. And the Hanged Man in reverse. Alright, so these are your tarot cards. This, right off the top of my head, I love this start actually. It really does show you that you've been healing for a while now, right? You've been on this healing journey because the 10 of Swords shows you literally somebody who's been stabbed 10 times in the back. they've been through everything, hell and back. This Ten of Swords card really shows you someone who survived 10 stabs in the back. Usually, like in the traditional way of explaining this card, I would have to say that this person is dead and that's about it, and this is the end of your journey. But I like to see this card a little differently. To me, when the Ten of Swords appears, it's always an indication for me that you have ended a very cruel and violent cycle, and now you are being given a fresh start to heal, to start healing from your scars. In reverse, it just shows me that you've been on this healing journey for a while, like you've ended the cycle a long time ago, and you've been healing ever since, step by step, because healing is not linear, and healing is a constant process. It's not just a task that you can do and then you're done with it. You're constantly healing on your journey, right? So with this Ten of Swords, it just confirms that you've been on this very, very hard journey of healing. And now it's kind of gonna be paying off. The healing work that you've been doing is gonna be paying off, because we've got this Magician card and it isn't in reverse, thank goodness. The Magician is all about manifestation. He is about making things happen, manifesting things into our physical reality with our minds. I love the Magician. So having it appear in your reading shows me that this Mercury retrograde is gonna bring a lot of great opportunities, a lot of great starts for you to make something out of them. Like, opportunities are gonna be presenting themselves, and you're being asked to let go, to release this past hurt that you've been dealing with for a while now, and look towards this new opportunity that is coming your way. Focus entirely on it, and please, please do make something out of it. With this Hanged Man in reverse, it just confirms the last message that I've given you, because the Hanged Man usually talks about someone who's been hanging from their legs up a tree, and they've been forced to stay in this position for a while now. They've been at a standstill. While being at a standstill, they've been having a changed perspective, a changed view of their reality and their circumstances, and they're able to reflect better in that way. And you've been in this position for a while, as I said, so you could actually heal, because what is healing if it's not reflection on the things that happened in your life, so you can make peace with them. So in reverse, it shows me that you've been in this hanged position for a while now. You have changed your perspective, you have done all your healing, and now you're being asked to come down, to actually release yourself from this tree and come down to earth again, and to start manifesting, to start making things happen for you. So this is a really great start, you guys. I'm gonna look at the rest of your cards. Completion. Oh, I love this. This is confirmation for this Ten of Swords card. This is so great. Because, yeah, completion. You have completed a cycle. You have graduated finally from the spiritual journey that you've been on. And now you can kiss it goodbye and say hello to new and better things to come. Gemini, I think. This is very interesting, because this Mercury retrograde is actually in the sign of Gemini, right? And Mercury is at home in Gemini. So I feel like after having completed the cycle, Spirit is asking you to now explore new endeavors, because Gemini is the archetype of short trips. It's not just about thinking and reading and communication. It's also about exploring, being sociable, and taking short-term trips. Is it with the mind or the actual physical world? But just explore the options that you've got out there and see what fits you. What kind of hobby would you like to start? What kind of things make you actually happy in your life? Spirit is asking you here to really look at the things that you want to be manifesting in your reality. to think them so you can manifest them. This is your message. And then we have creation. Yes. Again, confirmation. Because when you're manifesting, what are you doing? You're creating. You are a creator. And you have a lot of potential and creative energy that you need to be putting out for the world to see. This magician card is encouraging you to explore your hobbies, to explore your talents, to try new things out so you can actually figure out what you're meant to do in this world, what you're meant to be doing in this world. So yeah, and with this final card over here, this is your personal power card. It's saying, I trust my intuition. And it really shows that your personal power, this Mercury retrograde, is focused on your creativity, the visions that you're seeing with your third eye, on the things that you can see into existence. So yeah, thank you so much guys for listening in today. I hope this reading resonated for you, and if it did, please like, share and subscribe or comment down below. And until the next reading, bye!